How's it going, fam? Welcome back to Erica's EDC, and today we are doing the MAXAMET first week update on the testing. Look at this bad boy so far. He's got the teeners. He's been to Teener Town. It is a beautiful morning here in New Hampshire, and I have the update on the testing for this for you guys. I think you're going to be impressed. So, I have been testing this for a week now. This is the test knife for August, but I needed to start it a little bit earlier because, as you guys know, MAXAMET is a really hard steel. It takes forever to get to a point where it needs to be stropped, let alone sharpened. So I started the testing at the end of July. That way we did like around 5 weeks because I knew that 4 weeks it wasn't going to be enough to get through everything I need to in order to do it like a full review at the end. So I started testing this a week ago. As you can see, we've been cutting all kinds of stuff with this. This is not a forced patina. This is just from use. And I have stropped it once, and we're just going to talk about that experience real quick. So this is not my first go around with MAXAMET. I've had 2 pair of 3s in MAXAMET and a Sage in MAXAMET. The first MAXAMET pair of 3 that I had, it was not the best experience, but I think that they kind of changed their heat treat on this steel because way back when I first got it, when they first released it, it was super chippy. And like, I'm not just saying that because everyone else has said it, like it genuinely was really chippy in my testing and it just did not work well. And it kind of, it steered me away from this steel for a while just because, typically speaking, I don't like using steels that weren't created for knives. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me to take knives that were made for like steel rollers, or to take a steel that was made for something other than knives and then put it in a knife and expect it to perform like a knife. Sometimes it just doesn't work. And MAXAMET, that's how it was for me at the beginning. It was just way too hard, way too chippy, and it didn't make sense to me to be in a knife. It made sense to be in a steel roller like it was made to by Carpenter. So I tested it the first time. I didn't really like it. Then I tried it again. It was still chippy. Tried it a third time. I liked it a little bit better. And this time I like it way better. And I don't know if this is because it's a newer knife and a different heat treat. I have no idea. But this steel this time, or whatever they did to it, it just seems to be more stable than it was, you know, like 5 or 6 years ago when I first tested it. So I've been using this for a week, breaking down all kinds of stuff: cardboard, packaging, rope. I've processed dog food with it. You guys know that I feed my dogs raw food. All types of plastic, clamshells, zip ties, all types of stuff. And the edge needed to be stropped today, and I've been using it for like a little over a week, and I've been using it a lot. I had to strop it for the first time today, and it is razor sharp again. The stropping experience was really good. Typically, at least with these really hard steels, you can't use just like a normal flexible leather strop. It's not going to do much because this is treated so hard. So I used Michael Richter's strop, and it is a leather strop, but it's very thick, rugged, hard leather. And I have diamond emulsion spray on it that he made, 1.5 micron, and that did strop this back very well. So if you do use MAXAMET, you're going to have to use either basswood or balsa wood maybe, or a really hard leather strop. Otherwise, it's just not going to do anything to this steel. But Michael Richter's strop did very, very well. It absolutely moved those little teeth back into formation. And I'm going to lower you guys down and just show you the edge now, and then we're going to do some up close look-sees at it before we close the video. So let me just lower you guys real quick. Flip that around. Sorry, we got some wind here. So nice and sharp now. Oh god, it's so windy. There we go. Obviously not perfect. It will probably be better after I actually sharpen it, but I stropped it back and it's sharp, or sharp enough, I should say. So the steel definitely is hard. You have to use something pretty sturdy to get those teeth realigned, and if you sharpen this, you're definitely going to have to use DMT stones. ceramic stones are not going to be hard enough to move this steel. So if you're interested in it, just make sure you have the supplies to maintain it. Otherwise, you're going to be very disappointed. The edge retention is crazy. Like, this will just cut for days and days and days. That's why they call MAXAMET the king of all steels. It's extremely hard. The edge retention is very, very good. It's really just the sharpening that seems to stump people because you have to have very specific things to maintain this steel. But so far it's been really, really good. I've also noticed that the toughness seems to be better than the first go around that I had with it. I remember my first pair of 3 in MAXAMET, I cut something on my truck bed, actually. I'm filming on my truck right now, and the plastic on my truck bed like dented, not necessarily chipped, but it really dented the edge. I don't know if it was burnt. Like I said, I don't know if it was the heat treat. I have no idea, but it was just not nearly as tough as it is now. This seems to be much more stable. So I'm really enjoying it so far. We're going to be testing this for the entire month. Very pleased with it. Like I said, you know, the stropping, you got to be really careful and have the right stuff for it. But there's only, like, you know, one little hang up there. This wasn't really cutting paper before. And now we're pretty good there. So just get a nice hard strop. But yeah, she's a user, man. This thing is awesome. I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm gonna try to film some actual use with it. I've just been crazy busy, but first week has been phenomenal so far. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. For anyone that picked one of these up or anything in MAXAMET from that SPYDERCO's second sale. I know a lot of people tried to score MAXAMET during that, so I figured I would do an update. But that is what I've got for you guys today. I gotta go get ready for work per usual. But yeah, man, MAXAMET it's awesome. It's really awesome if you have the right stuff to maintain it. And I'm very curious to put it up against K390, which I have. I really want to get 15V somehow and put it up against this. I just feel that all of the 15V knives that they've released have been way too big for me. Like, I can't test the PM2 or the Shaman or the Manix 2 because they're just way too large for me. If they do a pair of 3 or a native 5 lightweight or something like that in 15V, I'm definitely going to put it up against this because, as far as I know, at least in my knife world, MAXAMET has been king so far. So we'll see if anything dethrones it, but that's what I've got for you guys today. I will see you on the next video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you're carrying down in the comments below. Go use your shit. Learn how to sharpen your knives, and I will see you on the next video. I love you guys so much. Take care.